Level is a part of your game world. It consists of everything that a player can see and interact with, like the environments, the objects, or even the other characters. We can have multiple levels inside the same project, and we can decide the transition from one level to the other level. Currently, we are in the level which is pre-made, which was imported with the starter content. Let me show you where this level is present. I can press Ctrl and the spacebar together to access the content drawer. Here inside the content folder, we have the starter content folder. Over here, we have multiple subfolders, but right now we'll just look at the maps folder. Inside the map folder, we have this level called as the minimal underscore default. If I see over here at the top left corner, I can see the level name is a minimum default level, which is the same thing. Now let us create our own level. So there are two ways to create your own level. By going to the file option and pressing new level, here we'll have 4 more options. We can create an open world level. We can create an empty open world level, a basic level, or the fully empty level. Let us create a basic level. So once you create, you will be loaded inside a default basic level. Here we have some clouds, skylight. I will get back to it later on. As you can see, the level is untitled. Means if you close this project right now, and if you open the project again, the level will be disappeared. So let us save this level first. Again, I will go to the file and I can set save current level as. Here I can create a new folder called as maps. And I can rename this level as basic level. And now, as you can see, the name has been changed. And if I go to the content drawer, inside the maps folder, I have my level file and also some information about this level. Let's check the second way of creating a level. Just right click on the content drawer and press this level option. So this will create an empty level. So let us rename this empty level. Notice that we have this asterisk icon. So this means that this asset is not saved in this project. To save all the assets in your project, we can press Ctrl, Shift and S. So once I do that, you can see that asterisk icon has been disappeared. I will double press to get inside this empty level. Over here, we have an empty level. It doesn't have any component inside this level. If I refer to the world outliner, we can see it is empty. Let us add some important component in this level to convert this empty level into a basic open world. We can start with adding a place actor panel. Here we have multiple components. I can go to the light actors and we'll be having multiple types of lights. Right now we are just interested in the directional light. By pressing my left mouse button, I can drag it and drop inside the viewport. The directional light simulates the light that is being emitted from a source that is infinitely far away. So this directional light is nothing but the sunlight. You may ask, I have already added the sunlight inside this level. Why am I not able to see anything? Why is it still pitch black? It is because I have no surface or an object or even no environment to reflect this light upon. So I will show you an example by adding the basic cube. I will go to the shapes actor and I will drag and drop this cube component inside this level. So now you can see the light is hitting this cube and the reflection of this cube is getting inside this viewport. So that is why we are able to see this cube right now. If I delete the directional light, we will not be able to see the cube. So let us add the light again. So that is why we always need to have an environment with the directional light. So to add the environment, we'll go to the visual effects and we can make use of the sky atmosphere. I will drag and drop it inside here. So the sky atmosphere is nothing but the sky. So it represents the real world properties. It has the sun itself and the normal sky. We can even add the clouds in the sky. With the help of the volumetric clouds, I will drag and drop over here. You can see we have some layer of clouds inside the sky. So now you may ask, I cannot see the ground because I haven't added any ground yet. But we can create an illusion with the help of the height fog. I can drag and drop inside here. As you can see, the exponential height fog creates an illusion between the sky and the ground. It creates the depth in the height with the help of the fog. To save the current state of the project, we can just press Ctrl Shift and S and notice that the asterisk sign disappears, means that the level is saved successfully. Let us now understand some of the properties of these components. With the help of the rotation tool, we can actually give the direction to the directional light. So I can make use of the tools up top over here. And notice that if I rotate this light, it will give us an effect of the day and night. Looks pretty amazing. We can make use of the shortcut Ctrl and L, and by moving the cursor, you can see you can change the direction of this sun. And notice how the environment reacts with this sunlight. Let's look at some more properties of this directional light. I can change the radius of the sun with the help of the source angle. If I increase the source angle, notice the radius of the sun also increases. If I decrease the source angle, the radius also decreases. I can make use of the temperature colors. If I decrease the temperature, notice that the directional light will get more warmer. If I increase the temperature, the directional light will get more cooler. I can set the intensity of the directional light. If I increase the intensity, the brightness of the directional light will increase. And if I decrease the intensity, the brightness will also decrease. I can set the light color with the help of the color picker tool. I can select any desirable color which I want and just press OK, and the light color will be applied inside the environment. I can reset all my action with the help of this reset property. I can just press this button and the default colors will be there. Let's look at the property of the sky atmosphere. Here we can increase or decrease the ground radius. Also, it uses the Rayleigh principle. So let me give you an example of the Rayleigh principle. For that, I will first reset the orientation of the directional light. So this blue color of the sky that you see is done by the scattering of the sunlight of the particles in the atmosphere. This is called the Rayleigh scattering. So inside the sky atmosphere, we can actually scale the scattering of the light. So something similar to this. Also, we can change the color of the scattering. Let us talk about the volumetric clouds. So over here, I can actually set the altitude of the bottomest layer of the cloud. Also, I can set the height of the clouds, and I can set the scattering of the clouds inside the sky. The amount of scattering can be decided by these sliders.